not necessarily reflect those of ownership, management, or advertisers of this station.
Family. Hey. Today is Thursday, October 14th, and here we are on the last day of my guest host tenure. Oh, I have to say my light is dim. My light is truly dim today. I've been enjoying myself with you guys so much. But as usual, I hope you are well, and I hope that all is well with and for you and yours. Welcome to Save Space on WURD, Progressive Black Talk Media. I am Carol Riddick, and I am joined, as I have been all week, by my illustrious producer, Miss Kayla J. Before we get started with tonight's show, I just want to take just a moment just to say thank you. I mean, really thank you. You've been so gracious to me. You guys have shown me so much love this week. I mean, you already know. And under that umbrella of that thank you that I just extended is so much more than I can express. But I would be remiss if I did not at least say that to you. I've been enjoying communicating with all of you, and especially and particularly those of you whom I met just this week, and I'm looking forward to maintaining our connection, and I hope you are too. If you are interested in connecting with me as well, you can do so on IG at Carol_Riddick and on Facebook at CarolRiddick.vocalist. You can also reach Miss Kayla J, but you can reach her everywhere at Kayla J_music nerd. But I am encouraging you to talk to us, and you can do that by calling us at 215-634-8065 or toll free at 1-866-361-0900. And if you leave us a comment on our socials, now I promise I'll do my best to read it on the air. We've had a week filled with those whom I believe to be some amazing human beings, and it continues tonight. Our guests tonight are also incredible human beings. Our first guest is a friend of mine. His name is Isaac Ham. You know what? I've realized I've been telling you guys so much about our guests before they get here, and I know that's customary to do so, but I want him to talk to you all and tell him, because I know who he is. Mr. Isaac Ham, we call him Ike. Welcome to the space, everybody. Mr. Isaac Ham. Hey, Ike.
Hey, what's going on? How are you?
I will not complain. Now, listen, I must tell everybody, although we claim Ike, we know Ike. Well, Ike is Philly. He's living in Atlanta right now. He's living in the ATL, so we won't hold that against you. No, I'm just teasing. I'm just teasing.
You know, it's so funny. I'm 110,000% a Philadelphian. I tell people all the time, you won't catch me with an A on my head or uptown. None of that. You know what I mean? So, I feel like I'm doing a great job representing Philadelphia here in Atlanta. And I'm also enjoying what the culture of Atlanta is giving me so I can bring it back to Philadelphia. And when I moved 6 years ago, that literally was my mission. My mission was to come down here, bring people back to Philadelphia, bring that attention, bring that new wave of thinking. Because once you move from a city, and I know, Kara, I know you've lived and traveled and, if not even residential, but traveled and stayed for time, you see people's culture is completely different. So between Atlanta and Philadelphia and Nashville, which is my second home, I don't even call Atlanta my home. I call Nashville my second home and Philadelphia my home, which is weird, but it's something about the culture. So here it's a potluck. It's just a bunch of people here with a lot of ideas, and it's very creative. You know what I mean? And every city has the drama and has the cliques and stuff like that. But I pride myself on not getting involved in stuff like that. So just here, I'm just growing my business and making sure that I'm representing, people that I look up to. I'm a representative of a lot of people. Yourself, the music community in Philadelphia, especially Deanna Williams. So when I open up my mouth to speak on music or speak on my business, I have to remember, and at the end of the day, I represent my parents and my sister. So a lot of people don't, they just open up their mouth and don't realize that it's a reflection of who raised you. So whether it's the music community in Philadelphia or my actual biological family, then, it's just, so I'm always constantly thinking about that. And I think a lot of people need to hear that, that's listening. Like, think about who it reflects if you do something good or do something bad. So, and it's because you do something bad, it's like a wildfire. The good things is a slow burn, right? But the first time you do something bad, it's like, did you hear about Carol? And it's like everybody hears it, right? So,
that's so true. Oh my
but
goodness,
yeah,
that's
so
true.
I know. So just a little bit about me. Well, as you know, with your listeners, I'm a brand strategist, right? So I'm an event planner at heart. 2001, I started doing my first event, but branding and marketing is what I'm passionate about. I do dabble into the PR realm, but I love giving ideas. I love creating with people who are unsure. I love recreating for people who had a brand and now they just want to do a revamp. Because a lot of times people know what they want, but they need somebody like myself and others that do what I do to kind of just motivate them and just say, hey, you're great. And I always joke with people. I'm like, some people be so pretty and beautiful. I'm like, now, if you was missing a tooth in the front of your mouth, you'd be in everybody's face. I just told somebody that today, and she's like, you're right. And I'm like, okay, you got all 32, right? Okay, now get out there and conquer the world. So I love it. I tell people it's like speaking in tongues. It's like, people they go speaking and they don't know what they said, and I get off, and I'm like, what did I say? Okay, make sure you write it down. So it's I love what I do. And they say, you got to love what you do. So I get up every day loving what I do. So
I'm so glad that you could visit with us today and that you're sharing that particularly because you and I have worked together on many occasions and we've been in
yes.
many circles and I've seen you navigate. I have seen you navigate the good, bad, and indifferent, the surprises and the planned.
Yes.
I've watched you and seen you and have been a recipient of the fruits of your labor.
Yes.
So I thought it was necessary that everybody get to know, who you are and learn what you do since, there's so many of us out here that are trying to make strides, grinding. As a matter of fact, you mentioned Deanna and Deanna, she gave me a word the other day. She said, girl, you grustling. I said, okay, now what is that? And she said, you're out here grinding and hustling. So I'm sharing that. Okay, I put it in my back pocket, but today
Right.
I'm pulling that word out and using it with you because you grustle. So
thank you.
I want to let you know, though, that Van Brown is saying hello. God bless
Hey.
everyone this evening. And Elizabeth is also saying hello. Elizabeth Taxip is saying hello. We've got some friends and family joining us from Facebook as well because we're live streaming simultaneously, which is awesome, which I love because we get to really, really, really communicate with everybody.
Yeah.
But tell me, I want to know, or I want everybody else to know, what has been one of the most challenging experiences you've had?
Many would think moving to another state would have been a challenge.
Mm-hmm.
It really wasn't because I kind of planned it out. You know what I mean? I didn't know what to expect when I moved to Atlanta. I didn't know nothing about the reality shows and stuff like that. I honestly just wanted to move and grow my business, and I knew that Atlanta was a place that was booming. Just trying to think challenges. I don't know, because I kind of don't let that get in my way, because I feel like if I build it, people will come, and I just believe in what I'm doing. So the outcomes is always a challenge. It just, everybody thinks about what the outcome is going to be. My Black Music Month events, what are those challenges, getting all those people, getting representatives, getting people to present, trusting in your brand. A lot of times people will always think better for you than you think for yourself. That's just everybody. Anybody that's on the top of the world they still have that small little part of them that think that somebody's not going to show up. So sometimes that becomes a challenge. Whether I'm in Philadelphia, Nashville, Atlanta, it's always that challenge of believing that the people that I'm setting out to come will come. You know what I mean? Because sometimes people get busy. Like my birthday's in December, and as we get older, people are having children, people are busy, and I'm like, are they going to come? So but as far as challenges, as far as what I do and just me getting up in every day to do, I kind of just put that on the back burner and just believe in what I'm setting out to do. And if it fails, I just know how that I'm going to be ready to revamp and do it again or not do it again, because all things are not meant for us to do. You know what I mean? We could do it. It can fail in a way of not even financially, but it could fail in the sense of the response that you wanted, right? So you have to revamp and you have to come back, or maybe it wasn't. I tell people, believe in whatever you want to do, but don't step in other people's lanes. Like, I wouldn't be a singer and say, Carol, come out and hear me sing, because that's going to flop. I can hold a note, I can harmonize, but my show would be horrible. It's like, so I try not to do things that I know that I'm not skilled in, and those are not my skill sets, or I don't have, because it's so many ways we can get a check, but I don't have time to learn 50 million things. I'd rather hone in on my craft of being a great brand strategist and event planner and a friend, you know what I mean? Just the other things that are natural.
Okay, so listening to you explain that, something came to mind for me, because we were talking with Aaliyah Crawford the other day, who is also a brand strategist. That's in her wheelhouse as well. It just occurred to me to ask you, so how do you determine what clients you'll take on? Like, I'll leave it there. I'll make it that general. How do you determine what clients you'll take on?
And so sometimes I seek out the client because I see something in them that I will want to expand on. And let's just be honest, when you attach yourself to people, it helps your brand, right? So if you go with A1 quality of a client, that's going to help your brand. You know, I'm friends with SWV, I'm friends with you, I'm friends with Deanna, and I walk in a room and they know of association. It helps your brand. So you always want to attach yourself to things that are great. And it's not being an opportunist. People look at that as being an opportunity. I'm like, no, that's building great network, great friendship first, and then applying that experience, the connection, you know, but you have to build that foundation of friendship before you can go around saying, bringing up anybody's name, you know. I'm trying to think of the daggone question. Picking a client. So yeah, sometimes I seek out the client, and then lately what I do is I send them a link, and if they want to do a one-on-one consultation and they pay that hourly rate, then I know that they're serious, right? But then I have people that come up to me and they are serious. So it just really depends. And I try and do different things, like work with a singer, work with an author, work with a producer, like just different things, because I get bored easily. So if everybody is an author on my roster, I'm like, oh, I'm tired of doing this. You know, let's do something different. So I try. That's something that I always.
That sounds like a creative. That's what that sounds like. You know, we creatives,
So
we tend to get bored easily as a creative.
Yeah,
we tend to get bored easily. But I was curious to know, because you just shared that, you know, your approach to your approach to business and how you handle and conduct business is that you don't let certain things get to you. That's not so easy for me. I have to say that's a struggle for me. But I admire that in those of you who are able to navigate, you know, what you do on the regular. You know what? I want to talk about this more, but it's time for us to take a short break. You breathe, I breathe. We'll take a break and we'll be right back.
Word family, this is Solomon Jones. As you may know, the Go to Know campaign is coming to an end. This is the last month to secure your free at-home screening test to check for colon cancer. If you're 45 or older, go to wordradio.com and click on the Go to Know banner to register for your free at-home screening test, or call the Colorectal Cancer Alliance at 877-422-2030 to get your free fit test. Getting screened on time can save your life. A key fact to remember, you should get screened starting at age 45. This is earlier than before, and it's important for catching it early. Go right now to wordradio.com, click on the Go to Know banner, or call the Colorectal Cancer Alliance at 877-422-2030 to get your free at-home screening test. Do it today.
The Go to Know campaign is a partnership with Word Radio, the Colorectal Cancer Alliance, Independence Blue Cross Foundation, Penn Medicine, and LabCorp.
Hey, Dad, your prescription will be ready in just a minute. Hey, Dad, your laundry will be ready in just a minute. Dad, your lunch will be ready in just a minute.
Hey, honey, why don't you take a minute? When you help care for a loved one, you give them as much time as you can. making sure they're safe and comfortable. But it's just as important that you take some time for yourself. At AARP, we can help with information and useful tips on how you can maintain a healthy life balance, care for your own physical and mental well-being, and manage the challenges of caring for a loved one. Because the better care you take of yourself, the better care you can provide for your loved one.
Thanks, Dad.
Thank you. You're there for them. We're here for you. Find free care guides to support you and your loved one at aarp.org/caregiving. That's aarp.org/caregiving. A public service announcement brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
The Word Radio newsletter, keeping you informed, engaged, and connected. Sign up by visiting wordradio.com. Scroll to the bottom of the page and type your email address under Connect with Us. You'll receive the latest information on Word Radio, messages from our president and CEO, Sarah Lomax Reese, exclusive articles and multimedia content, and resources. Stay informed with the Word Radio newsletter. Grab your mic. Save space on Word Radio. 96.1 FM and 900 AM WURD. Independent Black Media.
Do I have a shine? Am I just another girl who's had you stolen? I didn't do much, but the valley is rolling. And I'm sick of playing games, but it's all I got. Now I'll pay the price or I'll win the lie. And I'm afraid to ask the question, but do I have a shine, shine, shine? Am I just another kid whose face been shaking? Yeah, by you, you're running, but a day I'm making. Yeah, and I'm tired of picking petals, but it's all I got. She loves me so, loves me not.
Ooh, family, welcome back. You are listening to Save Space on WURD, Progressive Black Talk Media, 96.1 FM and 900 AM. Talk to us. You can call us at 215-634-8065 or toll free at 1-866-361-0900. Actually, I think one of our friends is waiting to talk to us right now. Ron, are you still there?
Yes, I am.
How are you today?
Well, I'm doing fine. I just called to say these few words. This is the end of a beautiful friendship and just the beginning of love. And I want to be wherever you are, whether near or far. And may God be with you until we meet again. Keep God of holy, keep you in his arms securely folded. By his counsel, may God be with you with love and peace for what you have brought to us this week with your information. And may he keep you once again in his arms securely folded until we meet again at Jesus' feet. Thank you very much. And all you guest hosts have been on. Not a long time that you could be on the place, but it's what you do in the time zone that is allotted to you. And we thank you tonight and say, may you continue to be blessed. And the gentleman that you have on tonight,
Yes.
His words are very uplifting. I had mentioned to Kelvin when I called in to speak. I'm going to mention her name at one of my events that's going to be taking place in the forthcoming future. Well, Kelvin would probably say, well, why are you going to mention my name, Mr. Ryan? She's so pleasant and so kind. And the word for me is, who comforts the company? Those kind of words from Kelvin. And like you said, she's just like the Lord is everywhere. She ambassador for the work of the Lord that she does. And I thank you very much, ma'am. And may you be blessed.
Ron, I thank you. I'm so sorry. I wanted to make sure I don't cut you off because I appreciate
Thank you,
and
ma'am.
I appreciate your words. I appreciate the prayer and I appreciate the love. I want to make sure that I express completely because I do not take it lightly. I do not take you lightly. I don't take your words lightly. And I don't take the sentiment lightly at all. I thank you so much with every fiber of my being. Thank you. Family, that was our friend, Mr. Ron. And I hope, Mr. Ron, that is not the end of our friendship because it has just begun. I'm looking forward to continuing it. We've been talking with another friend, Mr. Isaac Ham, who is not only a brand strategist, he's also an author, but he's a man of many talents. He's an event planner as well. But Isaac, I want to get back to the conversation we started. I agree with Mr. Ron. I agree with him. You know, you did share with us some uplifting words. I tell you, like I was saying, I struggle with getting out of my head. I struggle. I think too much all the time. So I'm the person that needs you and Aaliyah and those of you who are brand strategists. I'm the person that I am the creative that needs you all to help me stay focused and to help me, come to fruition what it is that I'm trying to achieve. So I thank you as well. But now that I say that, I want to ask another question, but the question that's in my head and in my spirit right now is, how do you deal with those of us who are stir crazy? Because I know I'm bat crap crazy. When I have a plan that I want to carry out, how do you deal with that?
I mean, sometimes you just gotta, so to be completely honest, sometimes when I work with people and they won't let me in, I have to walk away. Sometimes you have to learn. I had to learn because I can emotionally get attached to a specific client person, through friendship and then relationship, business relationship. And then sometimes you have to just like walk away and let them see. It's like that saying, like, you gotta let them fall on their face and come back and be like, hey, I need you. And now I know why I need you, because I went this route, it didn't work. And now I'm gonna listen to what you're saying. I'm currently working with somebody and they won't let me in. And it's the second time. So now it's like, shame on me once type of thing. Like, okay, cool. You don't want to listen. And then sometimes you have to present to the people. Like, you can't just tell them something, because I'm a person that needs to see it written on a piece of paper. You can't give me a paragraph. I need to see colors. I need to see, shapes, numbers. Like, I need to see all of that. Sometimes creatives, and I always tell people, I'm creative, but I'm not as creative in my mind as a singer or a painter. So creativity is at different levels. I can sleep at night. I know some creatives that don't go to sleep until 6 o'clock in the morning, and then they got to be up at 8 and they just working on. Yeah. So you have to start in this business. In my line of work, you have to understand everybody's not like you. And over the years, I had to learn that. And, now I'm at a place where I don't determine the dollar. Like, when I look at the person, I'm like, okay, cool. I'm going to walk away from that. I don't care how much they're putting in front of me, but if you're not going to listen to me, because my sanity is so important, if I can sleep at night knowing that I'm working with somebody that's listening to what I'm saying, then I'm excited about the next day to call you with other opportunities and stuff like that. But if it's a struggle, because it weighs on me, it's an emotional attachment that we do have, and we want that person to be great. That's why we do it. That's like a teacher that wants to see students be great. Even the one that still talks back or gets suspended every week, it's a teacher. My sister's an educator, and she loves her students. She loves teaching people. That she even started her own tutoring company. And it's just like, you like kids that much, you know what I mean? But every kid is not going to be an A student. And I was a CD student, to be honest. I talked a lot. I wasn't suspended because of fighting. I was more suspended for like getting up too much or talking too much. It was never really like, oh, he's fighting this day and he's cutting school. It's just, you know, typical boy stuff, big head boy stuff. So everybody's not going to be Carol Riddick. Everybody's not going to be just anybody else, you know, so it's, everybody's different. So you have to come, but you can't change. Us in this business can't change. We have to stay stern and understand like what we, because if it works for others, it can work for you. So we got to just, you know, stand flat foot and go toe to toe with you until you believe in the, you know, in a respectful way. In a respectful way, not in a you better do this. It's just more in a, because if I'm telling you something and you can break me, then I'm weak to you, right? So then you're like, I can walk all over. Like, and then guess what? Now Carol Riddick is telling me what to do, and you're paying me, and you're like, I'm telling him what to do, and I'm paying him, he better do it, as opposed to I'm paying him, I need to see results. I'm gonna listen, you know what I mean? So you see the difference. So, you know, but then when you learn how to say, you know what, Carol, this is not gonna work. I need to go this way. And we can come back in 6 months and revisit the conversation and see if things change. Because sometimes things do change where you're like, all right, I need you. And that's what any type of business. You're a singer, so you deal with producers, you deal with writers, you deal with this. It's universal. It's not just in this brand strategy client relationship.
So tell me something. How has the pandemic, or being, well, we're still in a pandemic, but how have you been affected, good, bad, and indifferent, with regard to business in this pandemic?
I've succeeded so much in this pandemic, right? Because, and I didn't take advantage of the PPP, you know, but it was just that more people had more time to realize that they are creatives, and they had time to say, you know what, I have this extra money to the side, because whether it was that man in the White Office, the White House that gave us the money, or if it was just extra, whatever, they had time. So I feel like, and you know, we talked about my book, The Brand Is You, 5 Easy Steps to Building a Successful Brand. I wrote that book, it released June 5th of last year, right? So it was really about just building a brand, but I'm also working on another book called Please Excuse My Ums. And I was writing the book at the same time as I wrote that book, and then I'm working on a workbook. Yeah, I'm working on a workbook called Changing Your Perception. That's going to be released. Oh, happy National Book Month. So I have
Wait.
I know.
Happy National Book Month. That's the first thing.
Yes.
But what is the title of the book that you've already released? Let's slow that down for me so I can make sure everybody hears the title of that.
So it's called The Brand Is You, 5 Easy Steps to Building a Successful Brand. It's available on Amazon. So if you just put Isaac Ham, you'll see me pop up. So through this pandemic, and I said I was working on a workbook that I'm releasing at the end of the month. But while I was writing the first book, I started writing the second book. So I don't consider the workbook a book. It's a workbook, and then you have an informative book. So it's called Please Excuse My Ums, and that's probably going to be released like top of next year. But it's all about creating systems. You know, when this pandemic happened, we didn't know what the heck. We was like, what are we going to do? What I got to do next? How do I pivot? And a friend of mine was like, Ike, you're not working? Like, what's up? Like, where your clients at? And I'm like, I'm in the same struggle as everybody else, where people don't have money. If you're not gigging, you can't afford me, because that's the money that's paying for those additional services, right? So I thought about it. You know, when you are public speaking and you use the ums, that's supposed to be a time that you take a break, get your thoughts together, and then proceed with speaking. So I said, you know what? People need to take some ums in their life. And I had to take a which was a pause, to gather myself, which is my system. So a system can be as simple as, Carol, I email you to book you for a gig. What is that system that I will receive? So when I email you, do I get a return email that says, Carol Riddick, ENT will get back to you in 24 to 48 hours? And then when it comes back to me, then I know that Carol Riddick's company is going to get back to me within a certain time, versus it's an email that's just sitting there. So it sits there, and then and we don't know what's happening. So that's a system. That's a small system that people don't think about, that is something that you set. So when people are trying to get your attention about something, they know what the response is going to be and how. So if I wait 20 minutes and I'm like, Carol did not respond to me, but that's because Carol don't have a system set up that lets you know, I received your email, I will get back to you. Simple. That's a simple system. going to sleep at night, waking up, when you're going to, just things that you need to organize. And life is a system. So whatever that system is, that's what you need to start thinking about and putting them in practice so you can be a better you, a better brand. Because the brand is you. A brand equals a personality. So if you're a good mother, a bad employee, a late employee, that's your brand. That's your that's your reputation. So it plays with personality, and reputation is your brand. And that's how I look at it when I'm doing one-on-ones with people. I'm looking at their personality, and I'm trying to understand who they are as a person. So their brand, the brand is you. That's our mantra.
I love that. I've always loved that. The first time I heard you say it, it stayed with me and resonated. But it's so true. There's so much truth to that, just that statement. The brand is you. And I have to say that it made me, pause one day, because I was thinking about those words, and I'm the person that I go, 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 go. I am the person to whom you referred that doesn't sleep well, all of that. I'm her. I don't shut off easily. I don't shut down easily. And I am she, I should say. I'm she. But in thinking about that, I, for the first time within this past year, started practicing what others are calling self-love. But it was necessary for me to do so. Now, you probably would have gotten me there faster if I talked to you about it, but I needed to learn how to do that, though. So now I have my, my oils that I burn, my candles that I burn. Like I have my meditation, but that's necessary for me. It took me a long time to get here. To get to it. Again, that's what I'm saying. Like you guys, I appreciate the jobs that you do. I appreciate all the work that you put in, because you do get us to the finish line a little faster. But there's so much truth to that. The brand is you. When you begin to take yourself seriously, and when you begin to understand your own mechanism, who you are and what works best for you, and how what things contribute to you being more productive in a good way. Yeah, that's a whole nother level of understanding, I have to say. It's a whole nother, it's called maturity too. I'd like to say it's called maturity. Because when you think about it, there's a certain level of maturity necessary in order to understand the concept, first of all, and to receive it. Because if you're not mature enough, you'll still be flying by. But
and we always got to remember that we are always growing, right? Because we can create a system that don't work. We think it works until you get your feedback, and then it's like, I have to pivot, I have to change. So we'll never think that this is the end all be all and that you can't reinvent yourself. Rebranding is okay. In my book, I talk about rebranding. It's okay. But the key word in the fifth step in being a brand is that being consistent. So that consistency, simple stuff, changing your hair. If you're going to keep on changing your hair, be consistent with making sure that it represents you. Be consistent with, what it looks like, what your brand is. You know what I mean? If you're more Afrocentric or whatever, and if you're natural, be natural, own that. Don't come in here with a weave and then be like, well, wait, now I'm confused because I'm like, well, Carol, I know you wore, you know what I'm saying? So it kind of...
I want to interrupt you right there because I want to talk about the steps. I want to break down the steps, but we're going to take a break. And when we come back, I want you to please take me through the steps, if you don't mind. We'll be right back.
I'm glad to remember.
The Mattress Man is a second-generation family-owned mattress specialist business since 1988. Open 7 days a week, located at 7421 Stenton Avenue. The Mattress Man discounts Serta, memory foam, orthopedic, and ComfortTech mattresses every day. You deal directly with the owner, Julian, to ensure you get the best price and best service. The Mattress Man offers same-day delivery on most models to most areas. Ask about the word discount. Call 215-424-5550.
Build skills needed for employment through the Philadelphia Skills Forward Initiative, a free upskilling program for workers displaced by the pandemic, those whose jobs are at risk for automation, and Black and brown workers. Complete courses focused on digital literacy, career management, and professional skills for a successful career. Get started today at chamberphl.com.
Every 2 minutes, a woman in the U.S. is diagnosed with breast cancer. And in that split-second moment in time, her life changes forever. The toll of breast cancer is great. The need to support those who are battling the disease today is even greater. And that's why when others look away, Susan G. Komen leans in. We're fighting alongside patients because we know one moment can change a lifetime. Fighting breast cancer takes funding for research to discover the next new treatment, providing access to quality and affordable health care, and people willing to take action by raising funds and raising their voice to advocate for others. United by hope, we can end breast cancer. Join our fight. Save lives.
Thinking about retirement? Make sure a My Social Security account is a part of your plan. A My Social Security account gives you secure access to your personal earnings history and benefit status. You can find out if you're eligible to receive benefits, compare retirement benefit estimates at different ages or dates, view spousal benefit estimates, and more. Plan for your future. Open a My Social Security account at ssa.gov/myaccount. Social Security, securing today and tomorrow.
Produced at U.S. taxpayer expense.
Save Space on Word Radio, 96.1 FM and 900 AM WURD. Independent Black Media.
Family, welcome back. If you are just joining us, you're listening to Save Space on WURD, Progressive Black Talk Media, 96.1 FM and 900 AM. We've been talking with some friends, and I'm encouraging you to call us and talk to us too. You can do so by calling 215-634-8065 or toll free at 1-866-361-0900. We've been talking with Mr. Isaac Ham, and he was just about to drop some pearls. He was talking to us about the steps that he advises those of us to stay away from or to avoid or to maneuver and navigate a little better, if we'll go with that one. He advises us to navigate a little better. But let me ask you a question before you get into the rest of the steps. Because you made a comment. Now, I change up all the time, don't I? I thought I did. But that's the creative in me. That's the energy that I have now. Is that a bad thing?
No, because your brand is that you are eclectic, you know, so but you stay in the same in the same spirit of color, of natural, and then too, if your hair is still your personality, your verbiage, what you say, that's still the same. Like you're not up your hair and then having an accent. You know what I mean?
Okay.
You're not, you know what I mean? And, and stuff like, okay, it's straight, it's bone straight. Now you're from France, like so you're staying consistent as a person. You know, your hair complements what you practice, what you preach. Like you've never changed. I've known you. Like now you had the short hair and stuff like that, but then your earrings still gave your flavor. You know what I'm saying? So it's when I say that, it's just meaning like, don't come back here with yellow hair, blue hair, this and the other. But if you're gonna do it, stay consistent with it. Don't do it one time and then say, I ain't doing that again. Now you can learn from your mistakes of putting purple hair in your head, and you're like, yeah, what? I look at old pictures and I'm like, why did nobody tell me my hairline was to the back of my head? Like, my forehead was humongous. And I'm like, I didn't have real friends, you know? So 10 years from now, I'm gonna look at my bald head and be like, nobody told me my head was as big as a rock. So it's just little things. I mean, sometimes when rebranding and seeing the things that you should not have done, you know, you're like, but who doesn't have a picture or 20 pictures of them from the past? And it's like, how did I wear that? Oh my God.
Oh,
so
trust me.
it's,
Trust
yeah.
me.
So,
But
so,
I want
you
to know some of the steps. So you don't have to give them to us, you know, in chronological order, but what are some of the steps?
So some of the, one of the steps is knowing your no. It's just knowing who you are. We spoke about that. So just knowing who you are. So who is Carol Riddick? You know, owning of knowing who you are. The other one is, like I said, staying consistent. Another one is know your competition, right? Because a lot of people don't know who they're in. See, competition is could be a negative word, but it's not. It's just really like who are you in the same race with, right? Because sometimes we have to know who we're going to, because sometimes they're doing something a little bit different and it's working for them, and you can do the same thing that somebody else is doing. Because why reinvent the wheel? Somebody sung 100, 200, 400 years before you know, Carol. So it's like, are you mimicking somebody that's saying, no, you sing, you have a skill set, and these things work. So we're always looking at others to grow from what we want to do and what works. It's a lot of artists that mimic what Beyonce do, but there's one Beyonce, but it's complimenting her when people are looking to do those things because they're doing it in a respectful way. I'm trying to think, what's the other one? So I gave you 3. I want people to buy the book. And you know, a shout out to Deanna. She did my forward, and you know, my first book, and Deanna being the first person to ever do my forward, I was just like, are you sure, for real? And like, you know, it was just funny. And like the first sentence is, Isaac M. Ham is a badass boss. And I was like, Deanna, you cut to my book? She's like, I can edit. I said, no, people don't think you cuss. Yes, we got it. Yeah.
I love that. But wait, we want to make sure Deanna Williams is the person of whom we're speaking. I want to, you know, say her complete and full name so that they know.
Well, let's give them the R, Deanna R. Williams. The godmother, you know, sisterly affection. You know, it's so funny when people are like, oh, brotherly love, and what's this sisterly affection? I said, Deanna said it. What's up? Like, I'll be ready to fight. If Deanna only knew how many fights I got in when they disrespect the sisterly affection part, I'm like, be respectful.
Well, you know, the most interesting thing is that we were talking yesterday. One of our guests was Brandon Pankey, and he too was talking about Deanna, and he said, you know, if Deanna told me she wanted to fly to Hawaii once a week, he said, I can't afford it, but I would find a way to make it happen. He was saying that's how much she means to him. Yeah. So, you know, we all feel the same way. We have so much love for Deanna.
It's like everybody has their own Deanna connection. You know what I mean? Nobody's just you know, when we was in Nashville, people was like, oh, Deanna. And I'm like, well, I feel a little more special than you feel. Like, you know, it's always like this, the kids.
That's the funny thing, because you can't tell not one of us that our connection is not stronger. Like,
I talk to her every day. I'm like, but I talk to her once a month for 2 hours. What's up? It's just, it's just all.
I want to get back to one thing that you mentioned. You talked about having was it a workbook?
Yeah, so I'm excited about the workbook because instead of just doing one-on-ones with people, everybody can buy the book and learn as they want, as they feel. So the book has, in the book, it talks about SWOT analysis, and a lot of people don't know what a SWOT analysis is, and that's basically your strength, your weakness, the opportunities, and threats. And threats in your life, or to your career or whatever like that. So, and basically what you do is you take a piece of paper, you put four boxes, and you put SWOT, and then you just start writing down what your strengths are. And I always encourage people, it's okay to have. So an example can be, my strength is that I talk. I'm talkative, but my weakness can be that my vocabulary is not as heightened as Carol Riddick's or Deanna Wood. Like, I may not use those words, right? But then the opportunity is that I can learn by learning a word a day or a week or whatever, right? Reading the dictionary, that's the opportunity that I have. And then the threat can be that I can talk too much, that it can talk me into getting the money, and I can talk myself out of the money, whether it's a client, an opportunity, a partnership. And then we just work on those things, you know what I mean? So that's what I want people to start doing that are trying to be a brand. A regular person that work a 9 to 5 that want to know why they're not connecting with their employees or connecting with their coworkers. You could do a SWOT analysis. Anybody can do a SWOT analysis and just become a better you, a better brand, a better personality. So I just always encourage people. So, and then we also in the workbook, we're going to do vision boards. You know what I mean? Putting those things, writing it and making it plain, and giving people that security of, you can just write it on a piece of paper, or you can get a poster board and get up and look at it. But the main focus is to look at what you project in your life. You know what I'm saying? So
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Now, what you just shared, was it SWOT? SWOT? SWOT. Alexandra says she loves it too. She said, I like that. Alexandra Elliott says, I like that. I'm going to put that in my back pocket. So when can we expect the workshop, the workbook?
The workbook is going to release at the end of the month. So it's going to end the last week of National Book Month.
Nice. Well, Ike, I have to say thank you for coming to visit with us. Thank you for imparting some knowledge, for sharing some jewels and some pearls. And we know you have some things to do. You did express that you are on your way to an event, if not already.
Well, I'm actually, Carol, anything for you, because I'm you know what? I'm actually helping a friend that doesn't. Some people have a skill and they don't know how to plan an event. They can you just come and set up my TV? So I'm here supporting my friend. She just wrote a book. So National Book Month, she released it, and I was like, when she texted me, I said, I gotta jump on that, so she understands. So yeah.
Happy National Book Month, and before you leave us, please tell us the date we can expect the workbook to be released.
I'm gonna say October the 30th,
my birthday. That's my birthday. I love it.
So
well, thank you, Ike. Thank you. And have some fun, and I will reach out to you later.
Alrighty. Love you, Carol.
Love you more. Ladies and gentlemen, what we're going to do is we're going to take a break, and when we come back, we are going to speak with Dorothea Gamble and Dagmar Mitchell, the owners of Trunk Jewelry. You don't want to miss this. We'll be right back.
Yeah. Morning, Mama. How you feeling?
Great. And I'm ready for you today.
I'm checking in on you. Morning meditation?
Check.
Dressed and ready to work out?
Check.
Check your blood pressure yet?
And check.
Boom. Great job, Mom. And about those gold earrings?
No, ma'am.
Now more than ever, it's important that we protect our hearts and the hearts of those we love. Monitor your blood pressure daily and help each other stay motivated. Rally your squad to take the online pledge at releasethepressure.org. Brought to you by the Release the Pressure Coalition and the Ad Council.
Comcast has built a broadband network with one simple purpose: to keep customers connected every single day. In the last 10 years, we have invested $30 billion and $15 billion since 2017 alone to keep America's largest gig-speed broadband network fast, secure, and reliable. Because more Americans rely on Comcast to stay connected, we work around the clock to build a better network every single day. Comcast. Better today, even better tomorrow. Learn more at comcast.com/network.
Tune in every Saturday at 6 p.m. to Recovery Talk 101 with your host, Rick Ford, talking about addiction, treatment, and recovery, right here on Word Radio.
Wake up and text. text, and eat. Text and meet up with a friend you haven't seen in forever.
Hi.
Oh, hey. Text and complain that they're on their phone the whole time. Text and listen to them complain that you're on your phone the whole time. Text and whatever. But when you get behind the wheel, give your phone to a passenger. Put it in the glove box. Just don't text and drive. Visit StopTextsStopWrecks.org. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Stand with Word Radio, the only black-owned talk radio station in Pennsylvania. Did you know you can join the Forward movement and amplify voices of the black community as a digital member for as low as $5 per month? Visit membership at wordradio.com or call 215-425-7875. We need you. Show your support. Start or renew your Forward membership today. Want the latest in Word swag? Check out the shop tab on wordradio.com. Hoodies, tees, and more in a variety of colors. The shop tab on wordradio.com. Show the world that you're all about black. Talk Media. This is Word Radio. 96.1 FM and 900 AM WURD Philadelphia. Black Talk Media.
Welcome back, family. And if you've just joined us, you're listening to Save Space on WURD, Progressive Black Talk Media, 96.1 FM and 900 AM. I'm inviting anyone who chooses to do so to call us and talk to us. You can do so by calling 215-634-8065 or toll free at 1-866-361-0900. I want to say hello to some of our friends who have joined us on Facebook. Before we get into talking with our guests, our next guests, Joey Dixon says hello. He says peace, one love, and jazz to you. Lily R.S. says evening. Hey, everybody. Hey to me and to Kayla J. and to our guests and the WURD family and friends. Shalata says hello. Hi, Shalata. Thank you for hanging with us. You've been rocking with us all week. I don't want to take another minute more because I've been having so much fun with our next guests. In the meantime, in between time, we've shared like a whole lifetime of information thus far. We've talked about our fur children. We've talked about everything. But what I want you to know is about the beautiful jewelry that they make and sell. None other than Dorothea Gamble and Dagmar Mitchell of Trunk Jewelry is joining us in the space. Please, family, welcome them and show them some love. Hello, hello, hello.
Hello.
How are you?
Good. Excellent. What about you? Very good.
I will not complain. You see, I'm on 10. I'm so excited. I've been so excited when the two of you told me that you would join me. I mean, no. let me tell you. Now I was just talking with our prior guest about
Right.
Deanna Williams, my
Exactly.
beloved, whom I love and adore.
So do we.
Yes, don't we all? I mean, you know, don't we
Fan
all?
club.
Don't we all? Yes.
Yeah.
But she introduced me to you.
Mm.
I have a beautiful piece of jewelry. We had gone out. It was supposed to be a girls' night, and she brought this magnificent jewelry for everybody. We were all looking at it. We were like, oh. We all went onto the website that night. We were sitting there having our little nibbles and bits, looking at the website on our phones. Oh, I'm going to get this one. Are you going to get this one? I'm going to get this one. So I must say that I love, and adore your work. I love it. I love it. I love it. But I want to know more about the two of you and how you came to have trunk jewelry. Wait.
Well, I am going to say we are so much more than just jewelry. We run the gamut between clothing, furniture, crafts made locally and around the country. So we, as well as jewelry, we have artists come in and we do events. So we're so much more than jewelry. Yeah.
Wait a minute. Oh my goodness. You know what? I'm so glad you corrected me. I'm so glad you did. No. That was a correction. I'm glad you did. I'm so glad you did because I just told you we went on the website. I saw all of that. I saw
That's
all of
amazing.
that. But I was so stuck on the jewelry.
So if you got stuck on the jewelry, just wait until you see the other stuff, right? It's gonna be fabulous. Yes.
Yeah.
And Dorothea is going to tell us, talk all about how we started and all that good stuff.
Yes, so first of all, we are a lifestyle store, as Dagmar said. We have everything. We work primarily with local and surrounding makers, and they're typically hobbyists. You know, people who don't typically, or people who don't feel like what they're doing is important or good enough, or they don't sell it, or they don't think it'll sell, all of that. Someone who's in their bedroom or in their kitchen, making stuff at the kitchen table. We meet them as customers. They come in, we chat them up, start talking about this, that, and the other. Like one of my persons, our maker is a ceramicist, and she said, you know, I do a little ceramics. She brought it in, we loved it. Same thing with the artists and the painters and the clothing. My clothing maker, Dinga, she's insane. She's also a canvas maker, but we're like a platform for artists who don't have another vehicle to show their work. That's basically what we do.
Or a venue.
Yeah,
if you're not going to be at the art museum, well, heck, you can come on down to Trunk. And she actually just had a showing in New York.
Yeah, Dinga
and was in the New York magazine. They did a story on her.
New York Times. Yeah, we've had some pretty.
And she's 75?
77.
Yeah, 75. And then we have another, what's his name, Mr. Johnson? Leroy Johnson.
Yeah, Leroy Johnson was at our shop. We've had some pretty notable people, but we basically, everything is functional. Everything is handmade, small bags, mostly by women. 90% of the makers in the shop are women. And unfortunately, we don't make the jewelry. We have makers that make the jewelry, all women, and it is handmade.
It would be a piece of wire if I made the jewelry. One little piece of wire.
You'd be injured.
Yeah. You'd be suing us. Anyway, right.
Well, I'm happy to know that. Listen, that's not my forte either.
But we have good taste.
Yeah, I was just about, you took the words out of my mouth, but you have excellent taste.
Right.
Excellent taste.
Thank you.
And I saw some of the pieces too of the clothing. I love it. I mean, it looks elegant, but it looks comfortable. But it looks, I love. I saw at least 3 pieces. I have a cart right now. Checked out of.
But wait, so I know you also have a line of clothing.
Oh my God. What?
Deanna had on one of the dresses. I'm like, oh, that dress is cute. She said Carol Riddick. I'm like, what?
Yeah, wow.
Oh my
Not only a fabulous singer, but
I know.
A dressmaker extraordinaire.
Yeah, I'm far from, oh my goodness. No, I'm far from. So what I do, my pieces, I'm more the photographer. I take photos and then I put them on different pieces. I choose whatever pieces I think they'll look best on. So that the dress that she was wearing was a photo I had taken. I was in one of the office buildings on like a top floor, and it was a rainy day. And I saw that, and I thought it would look good on a dress. And that's the creative in me, I guess. But I want to share, before we go any forward, I want to share what your website is. Will you please? And look at that. Kelly is asking, what is the website? She's laughing. She said the jewelry brokers. Look. Can you please tell everyone? Yes.
Trunk.net. TRUNC.net.
I am telling y'all, listen, I'm making it no secret. I'm shouting it right now from the mountaintops.
Aww.
You do want to go to this website. You do. And I know I gave you misinformation at the start by telling you that there was only jewelry, but there is so much more, and I do have a cart that I've not yet checked out of. I've got 3 pieces of clothing already. I have 2 pieces of jewelry in there. And I have there was a when you first go onto the site, there are like 4 little jars
Of butters.
Yes.
Yeah, small batch. Yep. Very nice.
Yes, and I may have all 4 butters. I may put them in my cart before.
But Carol, you are exactly the people that we have in our shop.
Yeah, meaning the person that doesn't think that they, would. We just do it for ourselves.
The way you did that dress with the photography, because Deanna told me all about the photography and the skyline, the whole 9 yards. You're the type of person that comes into our shop. That's a wonderful concept. I loved it.
That we would sell, right?
You see, I'm stumped. You see, I'm stumped.
We'll talk later. We'll talk after the show.
Okay. Right? Oh my, do you hear that? Do you hear that? So tell me, I want to know, because I wanted everybody to know when I talked to Deanna, and I was I was on 10 immediately with my bracelet that she had gotten me. I said, I want to show this to everybody. I want to show it to everybody. I want everybody to know more about you two as well. How did you meet? How did you come together? How did from inception? How did you come up with Trunk?
Well, we had a friend. We both had a mutual friend, and that mutual friend said, "You know what? Why don't I hook you up with a?" It was sort of like a blind kind of situation, and so we met. We had similar interests. I had 2 flower shops a long time ago, before they invented the wheel. And and I was in the military and all that good stuff. And then Dorothea started putting some like designs together, like placing furniture over here. And it was so beautiful. And she would do stuff with curtains. And I was like, wow, am I impressed? And I'm thinking, wow, we could do a business. And she's always been very artsy-fartsy, artistic, and she's got such a great eye for art and great eye for people that, having people come in and look at their art, and especially young people. She's blown away by young people and all the creativity that they present and show us. So that's basically how we got started. We decided to buy a building together. And I'll let
1 second.
tell that.
So we dated because we've been together for over 20 years, I think.
Yeah.
And we dated, lifetime. And we and we dated prior to the building, maybe a year. We found the building on 2nd Street. We looked at several. We found one. This one, it was absolute shambles shack. We sat on the building because we really didn't have money. We sat on the building for until 2018, and we got it renovated in 2016. So both of us worked full-time prior to opening a shop. We didn't do any of this prior to that. And then we just opened up a shop 2018, October 13th.
So yesterday was our anniversary. As far as
3 years.
Yeah.
3 years.
Happy
3 years.
anniversary. Oh my goodness. Happy anniversary.
Shop, yes.
Yes. Wow. Okay, please tell us the exact address of the shop so everybody can come.
929 North 2nd Street in Northern Liberties.
Did you get that, Kelly? Kelly, did you hear that? Did you hear Alejandra? Did you get that?
You really have to come in the shop because it's actually an experience.
Yeah,
you don't have to come into the shop.
You can
Deanna
sort of
tell
see
you.
it on
Online,
the website, but you really have to come in and you'll see.
It's a mood.
wow.
Yeah, it's a mood.
Even if they saw ourselves.
But see, I love that. I was intrigued. Like I was telling you when I went to the website, I was intrigued. So I will be visiting the shop. Well, I was already coming after I got my bracelet. I said, okay, now where? I told you we were online. We're sitting in the restaurant eating our little nibbles. Everybody's on their phone, and we went to the website. And so we were all shopping.
That's such a compliment. Yeah,
it really is.
Oh, when I tell you, I mean, and you're right though. There's a mood attached to the store, but we all caught it. We all felt it when we were looking at the website because you know we started looking at your products and there was a feeling of familiarity. There's a feeling of it's a good positive feeling.
Right.
You know what I mean? If you can understand that sometimes when you look at something or you take a chance on something that you're looking at, reading, or what have you. I'm going around the block to get to the corner, but we'll get there.
We're going to get to the.
We're going to get
Mulberry
there.
Bush.
We'll get there. We'll get there. But you know what I mean? There's a feeling associated with everything. And sometimes it grabs you immediately, and it's a good feeling. It's a positive feeling. You're like, oh, yeah. No, I'm going there. I need to go there. So that is.
And everything is done on purpose. It's purposeful. Anything that you see in the story wasn't by happenstance. It wasn't by chance. Dorothea put it there for a reason, you know, and that's what we want our store to be also is unique. We want a sense of serene and calmness because the way the world is now and you know, it can be so dark and it can be violent, but when you come into Trunk, you feel, you know, gosh, this is so wonderful to be in here.
Because there's scents.
Yeah.
You can smell with your nose.
Absolutely.
You can see with your eyes. You can feel the vibe because of the way it's painted, and hear the music. It's really quite soothing. So it's an experience to come and visit.
And art transcends hate, discrimination, and all that darkness. So
it does.
Yeah.
It really,
and that's what we're trying to push. Yeah.
I'm so sorry to have interjected. I'd like to know, with everything that you just shared about appealing to the senses, am I able to just come and sit for a moment?
Oh, absolutely.
That's what you're going to want to do.
Right. And then we have a little back area that, you know.
We have a little outdoor area back there.
I mean, it's little, about this big. But
that's all you need, though. That's all you need.
It's big, right? But it's so calming. Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
So do you host events as well?
Yes. Yeah.
Yes. And currently we're doing an artist every month, a new artist every single month. The second Saturday is the opening of each artist. But yeah, we have an artist every month. And we also, when we get a new maker, they actually do an event as well. And the makers at Trunk get to do an event for free. The only thing they have to supply is a little something to drink and eat. But they get to do an event, invite friends and family for free.
Yeah. It's usually very successful. Before COVID, that's really how we sort of made our bread and butter.
Yeah.
And people really love to come in there and just chill to a certain extent.
Yeah.
We wanted them to buy too. That was also a part of it. But they really enjoyed it. And when COVID came, it was like, oh no. But you know, we made it through COVID.
And we had a spectacular event on. Do you know Val Gay?
I sure do. I love Val.
Yeah.
She did a mini concert in front of our shop on Saturday.
Yeah.
Band with a band, 4-piece band.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
on the sidewalk in front of Trump. It was amazing.
Wow. I know it was. Well, Val is amazing. I know it was. I know. Listen, I want to invite anyone who's interested in talking with us to call in. Call us. You really do want to talk with us. I know you do. Don't be shy. 215-634-8065 or toll free at 1-866-361-0900. So if say that I am an artist and I want to show you some of my wares, what do I do?
You contact us through email.
Okay.
I can give you that email. It's the name of the shop, TRUNC, the address 929 @gmail.com. That's how you reach out. coming in without an appointment is not a good idea. Let me just say that right now. You should make an appointment because it's really hectic and busy, and I'm always doing something, and I'd like to be able to look at the people's or the person's work with a serious eye and not have to rush through it. But yeah, that's all you have to do, really.
And it doesn't mean that every piece is going to be,
every maker is going to get invited.
Yeah.
But
so
we are always looking for makers of color. Always.
And yeah.
Always looking for makers of color.
But, and we're starting to do some stuff with children.
Oh, wow.
And that's as far as we're going to say.
Okay. All right.
So look forward to that. We love having female artists and, sort of like the people that don't really, get promoted as well as they should.
So, well, thank you for sharing that. So where are you both from?
I'm from Red Bank, New Jersey, Central Jersey. Oh. Don't tell me you heard of that.
Yes, I've been there. Are you kidding me? Yes, I have.
That's where I'm from.
Well, we end up my fur child. For those who are unfamiliar, I refer to her as my assistant and guest host, my fur child, Chloe.
Oh,
Chloe and I,
Chloe.
Yes.
She's from Red Bank? No.
I've driven her up there.
Okay.
Really?
I
she
sure
had to see Red Bank?
She had to see Red Bank. She did. We have a friend that lives up there, actually.
Oh, get out.
We do. We have a friend that lives up there, and it is so cute. I love it. I love it.
Yeah. Trust me, I hated it when I was growing up.
I was about to say, you said that like I was like, I love Red Bank.
I hated it. It was everything closed at 6:00 on the nose. But of course, now I wish I could buy a piece of property there. Because it's awesome.
Oh my god, it's beautiful up there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
well, I was. Go ahead.
I had to tell Chloe, we don't live up here, right? we have to go back to our house. We do not live up here.
Oh,
Chloe did not want to leave. She had a ball.
Right. Oh my goodness.
No.
Oh.
Yeah.
And from where are you?
Well, I was born in Germany. Hence the name Dagmar. Yeah. That was a big old clue. But then I was raised in Philadelphia, though. Raised in Philadelphia. Yeah.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
I liked Germany.
Yeah. Yeah. I look forward to going back, even though I haven't been there since I was 6. But I want to see it.
See, you were talking about. Well, no, I was actually touring doing music, but I went to Germany on a USO tour.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Really?
Yes, I love doing USO tours. I love Germany. I love Germany, but those who were listening earlier they heard me say that I'm bat crap crazy, but I love being in the aircraft. I love being in the Chinook and the Black Hawk and I loved it.
Wow, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh yes. Yeah. So I used to do USO tours.
Okay.
I
was in the military, so
yes.
Yeah, so we love that. About singers and things. Yeah.
What branch of the military were you? Yeah. In what branch? In what branch?
Army.
Yeah. Oh my
military
goodness.
Police. Yeah.
You know what? While I'm sitting here smiling and everything, I'm going to go through some memories of mine so we can come back and share some more stories. But we're going to take a break right now, and we'll be right back.
In Pennsylvania, it's now illegal to sell tobacco products, including cigarettes, cigars, chewing tobacco, vapes, or electronic cigarettes to anyone under 21. Stores can get fined up to $1,000 for selling tobacco to someone who is underage. Know the law. Check IDs. Post your retailer license. Make sure only employees have access to tobacco products, and only sell tobacco products to customers aged 21 and older. Paid for with Pennsylvania taxpayer dollars.
Word Radio Digital Tip of the Month with Stephanie Humphrey. Brought to you by Comcast.
Whether you're full-time or making extra money with a side hustle, if you've been driving for a rideshare company like Uber or delivering food for a company like DoorDash, keep in mind that you are considered an independent contractor who is running your own business. You are responsible for taking care of your own health care, expenses, and taxes. The IRS has tried to make the process of filing a little easier for you with their Gig Economy Tax Center. You can learn all about how to keep good records, deduct expenses, file your taxes, and a lot more. Just head to irs.gov and search for Gig Economy Tax Center to make sure all your tax info is in order. Stay tuned to WURD for more tips and stay connected with us at wordradio.com.
Hello, my name is Andrea Delzell, and I've been using a wheelchair since I was 5 years old. If I had one message for the general public, it would be relax. Some folks get really flustered around disabled people, so they just pretend we're not there. I've actually had waiters talk to my companion and completely ignore me. People with disabilities just want the same respect and consideration as everyone else.
This is a message from United Spinal Association. Download our disability etiquette booklet at unitedspinal.org.
Hi, I'm Patty LaBelle. Now, cooking is all about time, like when it's time to add some salt, time to add some oregano, and when it's time to take it off the burner. Since we're all getting a little older, it's time to get screened for cancer. It could save your life, and it's easier than ever. We'll help you find a screening location that works for you at timetoscreen.org. It's just like cooking, honey. When it's time, it's time. Just call 1-855-53-SCREEN.
Brought to you by Cancer Care and the Community Oncology Alliance.
Stand with Word Radio, the only black-owned talk radio station in Pennsylvania. Did you know you can join the Forward movement and amplify voices of the black community as a digital member for as low as $5 per month? Visit membership at wordradio.com or call 215-425-7875. We need you. Show your support. Start or renew your Forward membership today. Save Space on Word Radio, 96.1 FM and 900 AM WURD. Independent Black Media.
I can't stay away from you too long. Even if I do, I'll always call. Checking on you, make sure you're okay. Be the one to brighten up your day. Yeah, yeah. And the point of it all is I love you. Yeah. No, I love you, baby. Oh. My days seem long whenever we're apart. It's like someone has stolen away my heart. You're a major part of my life. And no matter what the storm may bring, I'm fine with you. And the point of it all, I love you. And the
Anthony Hamilton, we love you too. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back, family. And if you just joined us, you are listening to Save Space on WURD, Progressive Black Talk Media. We are here at 96.1 FM and 900 AM. Listen, if you were not with us in these last 25 minutes, I want you to know that our guests tonight, in this moment, are none other than Dorothea Gamble and Dagmar Mitchell, owners of Trunk. Now, I made the mistake of just saying jewelry earlier, but I'm going to say the Trunk Empire. That's TRUNC. It's the Empire. That's what it is. It's the Empire. Well, we were making sure that you all had the information earlier about where they're located, but I would like to ask if you can repeat for them what the website is and the exact address of your location.
Absolutely. The website is trunc.net. The address is 929 North 2nd Street in Northern Liberties.
Philadelphia, PA 19123.
I know I'm going to see all of you there. We would all be there at the same time, but I'm going to tell you, when I come, I'm going to have my Zen moment. So just know.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
No, just
absolutely.
know. I was saying earlier because I mean, this is so in line with where I am actually in life right now.
Okay.
I do believe everything is by divine orchestration, and just having been introduced to you at this point in my life is most certainly divine orchestration, because I was saying to Ike that I'm now in a place of appreciating what others are referring to as self-love.
Okay.
I did not always take the time. You know, I'm a giver, and I've always been a caretaker.
Yeah.
So it wasn't until I lost the two people that meant the most to me, my mother and father, that well, first of all, I was lost. Yeah. I was lost after having lost, like I lost my father in 2014, and so, but I still had my mother. My mother's always been my rock.
Yeah.
But I lost my mother in 2018. At the end of 2018, 2019 is a blur for me.
Yeah.
But I will say that in 2020, it was the first time in my life, because I didn't know. I said, well, what do I do now? What do I do? Who do I take care of? What do I do? It was the first time in my life, the very first time, that I actually thought, well, what do I need? What do I like? Or what,
right.
I'm still learning to relax. I was explaining to well, so I'm one of those people. But I'm learning. I have some nights where I'm able to achieve that zen, that level of comfort, where when I have my meditation music on, and I light my candles, and I burn some oil, and the whole house. Listen, Chloe knows too. When she hears the music come on, Chloe knows. She goes to her bed, or she goes to her sofa bed or her bed, and I'll send you a picture.
She zens out. Yeah.
She zens out. Her paws are in the air. Her paws are in the air.
Okay, now.
Her paws are in the air. She knows. She knows. Yeah, it's time for us to relax. But I have to say that your empire sounds like a location that I need to visit. That it sounds like you all had, and I know I'm saying that it sounds like, but I visited the website, so I already know, because I saw some of your wares that I'm coming to get. So I said I have to share. I'm a sharer, so I said I have to share with everybody. You need to get this too.
And we really believe in self-care, self-love, because that's important, especially these times. And we have a lot of product in there that
help you with that.
I'm glad you brought that up.
It is funny you should say that about 2020. I think a lot of us that went through 2020 realized that we have not been taking care of ourselves as much as we should have or should. And that's why so many people are quitting their jobs and doing whatever they want and working from home or not working at all, because we realize that we have been like machines. And doing what's expected day to day. We never stopped, and we were forced to stop. God intervention. We had to stop doing whatever we were doing and sit back to reflect on our lives. So
I keep repeating that I've been the hamster on the wheel for so long, and I didn't know. I didn't know I was the hamster on the wheel.
None of us.
I had no idea.
Yeah.
And I find myself, I will say this, that I appreciate the still. I really, really do. I function best in the still. I work best in the still. And I was trying to find a way. I said, I need to find a way to harness, or to be able to tap in to the level of comfort that I found when we were in the still. But I'm doing so by learning to cater to what allows me a level of comfort, what allows me, those Zen moments. So that's how I'm tapping into what I felt when we were in the still. so I'm saying, that's why I'm on 10, everybody. I'm so excited. You all are saying, well, it's 8:30. Aren't you ready to go to bed? Yes, I would normally be, but right now.
Yeah. Here's us. 8 o'clock, 8 to 9. It's like, what the heck? My God.
Like, who's up? Who's up?
Going to be nodding on the show.
It's too late.
No, we don't.
Who is up at 8 o'clock?
Everyone. Right?
Oh my goodness. Well, let me tell you.
Oh my goodness. I'm sorry.
No.
Yeah.
I appreciate, listen, I appreciate you more than I can express that you agreed to talk to me, because you see me, I told you I would have one eye open, and
Right.
between that and my, what I call my power surgery, I call my, I tell people they had it all wrong. I explain to them, I say, now, when you become a woman of a certain age, you get these power surges, but they're not hot flashes. It's because we as women have superpowers. And yes. And from years of using our superpowers, we begin to get these surges at this other stage of our lives.
Sort of like Tesla, electricity, there we go.
Power surges. Power surges.
There you
That's
go.
what I'm talking about. So, but I can't say that the power surges are always so nice, because, sometimes I feel like I'm going to melt before your eyes or spontaneously combust. But
What did you say?
by grace, I don't do either. So thank you for that.
That's a wonderful thing. Yeah.
You two are too funny. So Kelly was saying, Kelly is communicating with us on Facebook, and Kelly said, isn't that voice that silence brings amazing? Kelly, I have such a newfound greater appreciation. I had an appreciation, but I just did not realize just how much I needed the silence. I did not realize that. So I mean, it really. So tell me what during the height, I should say, of the pandemic, because now we're transitioning to. We're transitioning. I'll leave that with an ellipsis. We're transitioning. But in the height of the pandemic, how did that affect you all with regard to business?
We were closed. As soon as they closed the city down, we were closed. And we actually thought we would be open in 30 days, because that's what the city said. Never happened. And at the time that the city closed us down, we didn't even have a website. We didn't even have a website. We had just opened 2018, October. We had one full year. We didn't have a website because, it's a costly thing. We finally got a website up in, when did we get that? Maybe by June or something, because it took a minute. We had to keep tweaking it. But basically during that time, we were trying to determine how we were going to bounce back and open, even if it was just part-time, and make it safe for customers. That's what we were doing. And I was still actually shopping for goods and makers. I was still doing that because in my mind's eye, we were going to open. I don't care what happened. Somehow we were going to continue business even after this horrible, tragic event of the world. But that's basically what we did.
Well, go ahead.
No, that's it.
Yeah, so we were forced to do some things that we kept putting off. So it forced us to get a website, but also the demonstrations and the social upheaval and people really wanting to shop black and shop minority and shop small business, and all of that really helped us because people were coming to the website. It was like, wow. And, you hate for that kind of thing to happen, but it really
woke up some folks.
It woke. That's right. People got woked it up. And yes, that's right.
They really did.
Yes. And so and they really came and they really supported us. The community supported us. We had people from New Mexico supporting us. So yeah, seriously. So it really, it opened our eyes, and we were so thankful and grateful. because a lot of people didn't make it through the pandemic. A lot of businesses didn't make it. And so we were very humbled, very grateful, and and we're still pushing through.
And then we also came up with a solution, because we did make most of our money doing events. So we came up with a solution to continue to do events. That's why we do them on the sidewalk now, and that's why we took the back area. There's a little landscape area we were telling you about earlier in the back of the shop, and we made that like a seating area so that if you did want to come into an event, you would feel safe. So basically,
yeah. So we had to cover.
Wait. Okay, I'm just telling you, I can't wait. I cannot wait to come in. Now, I have to work this weekend, but I'm coming. When I come back into town, I'm coming.
Okay,
very good.
Miss Davis says she loves this store to be. I'm coming.
We're going to
when
hold
you
you.
see me.
We are holding you to that.
Oh, when you do it, you listen. Everybody heard me say it. Everybody.
I know where you live.
You live there?
No, I don't. No, I don't.
Chloe will probably tell on me. She'll tell her. You do. But listen, Denise Davis says she loves this store too.
Oh, Denise.
Oh, Denise. Is that our Denise?
Yeah, that's our Denise. Denise has some product.
Our Denise.
Denise has product in the store now.
Nice.
Yes.
Oh. Okay, well, Denise, I'm coming. Okay, I will be there next week. I'm saying this, I'm putting it in the universe because there's truth to it. I will be there. I will be there next week. So, Denise, I'm going to see your wares.
Yep, she's got some cute things.
What kind of pieces does Denise?
What she has right now, she did have textiles in there, handbags and such, but now she has these towels, tea towels, that say, with the black woman on it, that say, when I cook, I put my foot in it.
All right, all up in
on the bloody tea towel. How cute is that?
So cute. Wait, Denise said, yes, that's me.
Exactly. And she's got a couple other things coming along as well. And she hand dyes them and stencils them.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Okay. So
Linda, she's an interior designer, but she's also a textile maven as well.
Okay, I'm interested in hearing about more of the wares. Wait, Linda Grace writes the trunk. She writes the trunk always has something wonderful going on and the best products. She writes that everything is uniquely beautiful. Oh, I love that.
Mm-hmm.
See, I need to be in that statistic. So yes. I will be next week. Next week, I'll be the one saying, oh, but you've got to see this and you've got to see that. Because, I mean, I already expressed, having gone to the website and having received one piece, but I'm learning, and I now know that the full experience is to come into the location.
You'll enjoy it. And for you, I'll have sparkling wine.
I don't know how to act.
Don't tell Deanna that, because she'll think I'm being, I never know when she's coming in. If I did, I'd have some for her as well. Trust me. I love her.
I know. I may bring her with me. I may do that. Oh my goodness. Didi,
that would be fabulous.
Let me tell you, Didi is such a connector. She is such a connector. I don't know if you heard what I said earlier. One of our guests yesterday said that he loves her so much. He said if Deanna told me she wanted to fly to Hawaii every week, he said, I can't afford that, but I would find a way. Exactly. He said I would find a way to do it. And I told him, I told him, you're not alone. We all feel that way, right? So we chip in. So if that's what she wanted, then that's what she would have.
She's so gracious.
Yes, she is.
She really is so gracious and humble. She's so successful. You don't meet people successful like that are all gracious and humble. That's rare.
That is the truth. Mm-hmm. Oh my goodness. Well, listen, we are going to take a break and we are going to come right back. We'll see you in a minute.
So, what's the asking price on this house?
You'd probably be more comfortable living somewhere else.
How long a lease is the landlord looking for?
Well, I'm sure you can afford to live here, but...
What are the schools like in this district?
Yeah, we have twins in the 5th grade.
This neighborhood isn't really for your kids. You know what I mean?
If you're Black, Latino, Asian American, or Middle Eastern, and a real estate agent or rental agent says anything like this, you know what it means. You're being discriminated against. Housing discrimination because of race, color, or national origin is against the law. If you believe you've experienced housing discrimination, contact HUD. Go to HUD.gov/fair housing. That's HUD.gov/fair housing. Fair housing. The law is on your side. A message from the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development in partnership with the National Fair Housing Alliance.
You know that feeling? Like every door is closing and you just can't see a way out? Being unemployed, underemployed, or just out of school can feel like that. But when you find the right tools, suddenly everything just clicks. FindSomethingNew.org offers resources that help develop new skills. Skills that can position you for careers in today's growing industries, from healthcare and manufacturing to cybersecurity and alternative energy. Find your path to a new career at FindSomethingNew.org. A message from the Ad Council.
Need to replace your Social Security card? In most states, you can request one online with a My Social Security account. A My Social Security account gives you secure access to your personal earnings history and benefit status. You can also get a proof of income letter, estimate and apply for benefits, and more. Save time. Go online. Open a My Social Security account at ssa.gov/myaccount. Social Security. Securing today and tomorrow.
Produced at U.S. taxpayer expense.
I would like to play a little tune I just composed not so long ago.
Hey family, do you like hearing the best jazz selections aired by 3 of the best jazz announcers in Philadelphia? Well, tune in to 96.1 FM,
96.1 FM,
and 900 AM, WURD Radio, independent black media, for Freedom Sounds of Jazz.
Freedom Sounds of Jazz.
Hear Freedom Sounds of Jazz 10 p.m. Fridays with your hosts in rotation, Aquila, Jonathan Bay, and David Fritz. That's 10 p.m. Friday nights on WURD 96.1 FM and 900 AM, independent black media.
Word Radio is sharing a harvest for the world. From now through December 31st, visit wordradio.com each week to find information on upcoming give-back events in Philadelphia. We'll feature organizations hosting free food and clothing giveaways, workshops, and more. This is the season of giving back, and Word Radio will make sure you have a seat at the table. For more information, visit wordradio.com. Save Space on Word Radio, 96.1 FM and 900 AM WURD. Independent Black Media.
Welcome back. And if you're just joining us, you are listening to Save Space on WURD, Progressive Black Talk Media, 96.1 FM and 900 AM. We spoke with Ron earlier in our last hour, but we haven't talked to you, and I'm inviting you to call us if you feel free to do so. You can do so by calling 215-634-8065 or call us toll free at 1-866-361-0900. During the break, we were talking about just being creatives and trying to maintain, sustain, retain and just survive in what is still the pandemic. We're still in a pandemic, although, you know, some don't want to believe we are still in a pandemic. And I say that we're transitioning, and I say that, you know, I leave it with an ellipsis because we don't know what's, you know, no one knows what's next, but because we're still in a pandemic. And we were talking about having to find other outlets, just to sustain, to maintain, and to make it through. And that's so real. And for a creative like myself, a lot of us had to do so before the pandemic. So we were really, 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 you know, a lot of creatives were in a crunch.
Right.
In a bad way.
Yeah. We were pushed to the limit.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And you were sharing your story with me during the break. I would love.
So financially, we had to, you know, certainly we couldn't both be in the store together. One had to, you know, do an 8-hour job, and so Dorothea does everything, mans the store or women's the store, and does all the day-to-day business there, and then I have I'm a therapist, so can you believe it? You know. Jesus. Anyway, but
you're a mess.
I don't have any.
Trust me,
I don't have any return clients. Yes, I do. But so we do that. So we have to, in order to be financially stable, and in order for our dream to continue, we had to, you know, do that. And which is fine, because then I come in on the weekends and help out also, you know, when we have some big events or things like that. So yeah, we have to be creative and financially creative.
Yeah, because we both have the business and we own this home.
Right.
So we can't, you know, we didn't lose any of it. God, thank you so much. But yeah, Dagmar works full time. People say, "Where's Dagmar?" At work, thankfully, because how can you survive? Some people, I don't even know. But that's what we did. Yeah. So, and we continue to do that.
I'm still talking with friends of mine, you know, listen, we're all still trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
You know, because you never know on any given day. You don't know what's coming down the pipe.
Nope.
None of us knows. And I think it's wise for us not to reach a level of comfort just yet, to, you know, because of that, because we don't know what's coming down the pipe. But I mean, by God's grace, you know, I can say this the same as you. You know, we were able to figure some things out and make it work in our favor to stay afloat, so that we were able to stay afloat.
Exactly.
You know, and that, again, as I was stating to you, I want to make sure I share it with everybody, that I consider that to be a privilege. It is a privilege that I do not take lightly in any way. You know, I may say it lightly. I'm very lighthearted when I speak, but I do not take any of my blessings lightly. None whatsoever.
None.
Yeah, both of us feel that.
And I'm sure that a lot of people after 2020 realize that we took for granted so many things. It's something as simple as toilet paper and paper towels.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
But here's the thing. Why do we even use paper towels? Why don't we use a cloth towel? That's what I did when I was growing up. I didn't have paper towels. It was so expensive.
We did too. That's what we did. We used cloth towels.
Cloth. And wash it.
But we're in a different existence.
Yeah,
I say. We're in a completely and totally different existence, but I'm still holding on. I am still holding on to, you know, what I was taught and what I learned. Coming up, heavens to Murgatroyd, I'll leave that there.
Oh,
but
no,
I want to
say, I can't believe you say
I say it too. Yeah,
you don't look that old. Wow. I can't believe you just said that. Oh, wow.
Well, I want to, in closing tonight, I want to extend my utmost gratitude to the two of you for joining me and for staying awake, you know, and for staying with me. I appreciate you. But I want to say to everyone, family, thank you. Thank you again for hanging out with me on Save Space on WURD, Progressive Black Talk Media. Thank you, Kayla J., my illustrious show producer.
All right.
Thank you to Sarita. Thank you to Tiffany Bacon. Thank you to Sarah Lomax Reese. Thank you, WURD, and to the entire WURD family. And thank you to each and every one of our guests, to our callers, to everyone who participated. Walt, love you more. Thank you foremost to the Creator. It has been a privilege and most certainly a pleasure to share time, energy, space, spirit, and attention with all of you. I adore you. I love you, but God loves you more. You showed love to Miss Janae Latrice last week, and to me this week. And next week, your guest host will be none other than Miss Kay Bellamy, followed by the following week with Miss Kayla J. I want to once again leave you with this. Remember that we are all in this together. We are all in this together. I mean it. So be good to you, but be good to those around you. You guys stay tuned. Keeping It Real with Al Sharpton is next.
And because